163% over list price. Holy moly. Holy moly. We'll talk about that. But first, I want to talk about where are we here? There we go. How to save on kitchen cabinets. Okay, yeah, ask me because I'm the expert here. I've done my kitchen twice. When we first moved here, put new cabinets in, they were all original, and they were maple toffee craftsman style cabinets with granite top. I loved them. They were awesome. But then we did them a little cheap. We did them because we couldn't really afford a whole lot. I mean, we couldn't afford a lot back then. So we got the particle board boxes and then the maple, the craftsman cabinet doors, which were nice. They were beautiful, right? I still have them. I want to put them into my laundry room. But anyway, years later, we got a dog, my dog Ro, and then she peed all over the floor, all over our carpets, destroyed our carpets, and we had new floors put in and had everything fixed up and fixed up the 2-inch slat, original oak, and sanded that down and put engineered wood down on the main entryway and then all the way into the kitchen. So the guys pulled the cabinet, like the dishwasher out, put the floor in. When they put the new the dishwasher back in, they put a pinch on the drain, and years later it destroyed 3 of the boxes. Well, we got a new kitchen out of that. Insurance didn't pay for it. So then, because the particle board was basically just destroyed, I was adamant about using plywood boxes, plywood frame boxes, which cost a little bit more. But when I compared it from standard boxes to custom boxes with custom doors, it was a very small difference, like $1,000 difference. So we went with the custom, and today that's what we have. I wish we went with natural wood, but they're painted. They're white and gray. Not my favorite. And then we have a quartz top now, which again is not my favorite. I appreciate granite. I enjoy granite a little bit more. It's natural. It's heat resistant. It's crack resistant. Anyway, the point is, do your research. Do what you want, and don't do it to sell your house, right? Don't, because you're not going to get your money out of it. I can show you time and time and time again, you get 70 or 80% on the dollar when you put a new kitchen in. Unless you buy that house for 60 cents on the dollar, like a wholesaler, like an investor or a flipper, you're not going to get your money out of it. So I do recommend, if the cabinets are shabby, don't replace them, paint them, put nice knobs and handles on, and then put a nice counter on top of it. That way it looks newer, it looks cleaner, it looks like you've taken care of it over the years. But if you're going to live in your house for the next 5, 7, 10, 15 years, replace your kitchen is a huge expense. You're talking anywhere from $40,000 to $150,000. So do your research, right? There's a lot of different options you can do. You can absolutely go low end, you can go high end. I went mid-range my second time around, and I did a lot of research. I went to multiple stores, even went to IKEA, checked that out, decided that wasn't my route, and we finally wound up with going with a contractor who builds cabinets, got them custom, and it wasn't that much more expensive than the pre-made boxes. And the reason why I went, again, was because of the plywood. So check around, look around. You can absolutely put in some cheap cabinets, make it like $15,000, $20,000, but it's going to look like it. Okay, so just do your research, understand what you're looking at. You can get unfinished cabinets, but have a professional painter paint them. There's actually cabinet paint that you can get at Home Depot and Lowe's. I suggest you spray versus roll or brush. You can also get oil-based stain or oil-based paint, which will last a lot longer. It'll harden a lot better, but you have to do some stuff in California that you're not really supposed to do. And then also the open shelving concept. Now, this doesn't really show open shelving. It's a new trend. It's been around for about 15 years. It's really starting to gain traction, especially if you want to have a very open, inviting looking kitchen. You can put nice shelving on or nice dishes and knickknacks on there, but don't make it look junky. That's the purpose of having a cabinet, so that you don't have to so you can pack stuff away. Yesterday we talked about cleaning up your cabinets. If you're selling your drawers and your cabinets and your pantry, make sure that gets cleaned up before you get your house on market. It's really important to do that, because if you don't, people will look at it and go, oh my God, they're not really ready to move yet, right? That's enough of that. A couple years ago, well, actually last year in May, I talked about get air conditioning now. This is the time, guys. When it's hot, 120 degrees out there, and your house is melting because it's so freaking hot inside, that's not the time to get air conditioning. Get your air conditioning. If you have AC, get it checked out by a vendor. And if you need a couple people, give me a call. I have a list of them. If you're thinking about putting air conditioning in, do a survey on finding out how much homes sell for in your specific area. And this video talks about it. Do a separation of homes with air conditioning and without air conditioning, and you'll be surprised at how much the difference in pricing it is. And it has nothing to do with the air conditioning. It has everything to do with, if you have air conditioning, you tend to take care of your home a little bit more. You put more money into it versus an older home where air conditioning was not standard. Typically, empty nesters or trustee sales, they're not going to do a lot of stuff to upgrade that house, and they're going to just sell it as is, which means original kitchens, original bathrooms, green shaggy floors, paneling on the walls, single pane windows. So that house actually needs to be completely updated. But it's a huge difference between homes with air conditioning and homes without. So get your air conditioning done. And if you're thinking about selling in the next couple of years, download this home inspection checklist, because it'll give you a list of things to look at for doing repairs, little tiny repairs to big repairs or improvements like air conditioning. Los Gatos home of the week is this one right here. We're just going to pick Wood Road, $3.5 million. It's not my listing. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3,200 square feet, built in 1914. Let's take a look at it. And it is right here, right on the entryway to get to the freeway. So you're dealing with freeway noise, even though it's one acre or 1.12 acres. So is the house worth it? Yeah. And thank you for putting Mr. Agent or Mrs. Agent, thank you for putting the floor plan down, especially up front. That way people can actually kind of visualize what that house looks like as they walk through it. Speaking of original, wow, that's a great looking stove. But yeah, see, that's original everything, right? And I'm pretty sure they painted those cabinets. If not recently, that was probably the original look and feel of it. But everything is original and dated, and yeah, that's what you get for $3.5 million. And this looks like it's a ADU. Again, pretty, maybe this is an attic. Can't really tell. Oh wow, this place just keeps going and going and going. Yeah, this is a multi-unit and a 4-car garage. Nice. Wow. $3.5 million. There you go. That's what you get for $3.5 million in Los Gatos. List price reductions. Let's take a look at this one right here. Salmon. Still not sold. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet. And it's right by the fairgrounds. Let's take a quick look inside. I think we talked about this last week, but I've been looking at this house for a bit. Newer kitchen. So this looks like it's been a flip. Yeah, wow. Got a weird looking bonus room, it looks like. And a shed out there. Wonder if there's a floor plan. Oh, there, look. Let's take a look at the floor plan. Screened porch, there you go. That's the entryway. Dining, living, kitchen, bedroom 1. Go through the hall. Bedroom 2, bedroom 3, master or primary. Okay. Yeah, it's a basic looking house. Very, very basic. I think it's nice looking. There's nothing wrong with it. But its list price decreased. The original list price was $1,099,000. It's been on market for 46 days. There you go. Highs and lows. Told you. 163% over list price. That's not this one right here. This is the highest list price, highest sold home in Santa Clara County and Palo Alto, not my listings. 7-bedroom, 8 2.5 baths, 8,700 square feet on 4/10 of an acre, built in 2024. Wow. 34 days on market. Let's take a look inside this monstrosity of a beauty. Yeah, this is a gorgeous house. If I had $12 million lying around, I'd probably buy it. Nice. Wow. This is impressive. And this is built to suit, right? So they built this on spec. Somebody bought the property, tore down the old house because it's 4/10 of an acre. It's almost a half acre. And you get a lot of house for that, but it's still $11.5 million. Oh yeah. So I want to go to the next one. This is the lowest sold price in Morgan Hill, lowest sold price in Santa Clara County. This is Tilton Ave. This is a large hunk of land. Somebody's probably going to buy it, or probably bought it, and then it's a third of an acre. They'll probably build a nice big home on it. The problem is that it's right here on 2 busy streets. That's Hale, and that's a big parking lot. You have fruit stands there. So I don't know, maybe. And then here you go. Highest list price to sales price ratio, 163, is that right? 163.5% over list price. Original list price was $2 million. It'll wound up at $3.25 million. This is a 5-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,466 square foot, built in 1966. And guys, I can tell you there's nothing really special about it. Original everything. Why did it sell for so high? Why did it go so crazy high? Well, today I did my homework for you, and here is a comparable market analysis on this property. These are the ones that are actively for sale, and look, they're all, what's going on? Why are these so low and this one's sold for so much? Well, this one here, Eleanor Way, sold in 13 days, listed at 3.2, sold at 3.22, 1% over list price. Now, Silvertip Way, that's the subject property we're talking about, this guy right here, right? It listed at $2 million, knowing that they would attract that kind of business, and they got 3.25. So really, they should have had it up a little bit higher, but sold in 8 days, right? Same thing with this guy right here, Silvertip Way, listed at $2.5 million, sold for 3.3. Now it's only 33% over list price, but generally speaking, it came in at value. And when I tell you that buyers know the value of the homes when they sell, they know. They have intricate knowledge. Like this one sold and they said, hey, I want to sell this one as quickly as possible. Great, let's list. It doesn't matter what we listed at. This will be our comp because it's the exact same house, and we'll get something close to it. $50,000 difference. And if you look at this one, I bet you it has a little bit more updates in it. So 163 over list price, 163% over, or 63% over list price. It doesn't matter where you list the home. Buyers know the value of that house because you have to do a CMA, comparable market analysis, on the value of the home. And everybody that's a buyer and agent that's looking at that property will look at all the other properties that have sold and make a split decision. And when you're looking at this one and you see it's 1.99 and you see 3.3, you know you have to get close to 3.3. There you go. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.